going to do a couple of dishes today, just using the produce that I've got in the last week and some of the producers and farmers and just all around decent people that we've been meeting with their product. You know, it's very sustainable. It's straight off the land, sea, by land, via the veggie patch. Going to keep it actually pretty simple. I just really want you to focus on the taste of what I'm cooking rather than all the other gastronomic or restauranty chefy stuff that I'm going to do on a plate. But what I'm just going to talk you through really simply. I got these beautiful fresh mackerel caught from Lyme Bay yesterday morning, and all I've done is I put olive oil on them, some really good Cornish sea salt, and some lemon juice. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a layer of tin foil over that and then put it down on the open fire. So we'll get the smoke coming through the tin foil, and then it will cook beautifully. And simply I'm going to serve it on a plate of some new potatoes, just chopped up and fried with some capers, and this wonderful sauce that I came up with, which goes really well with mackerel. And that's just about that much parsley in the bottle, a glug of olive oil, a glug of red wine vinegar, salt and pepper, blitzed up in a NutriBullet or a blender, and I'll show you that later on. That will go swirl on the plate, lay the mackerel down, some chopped potatoes with the capers, absolutely delicious. Moving on, a couple of the other dishes that I'm going to showcase for you today. We have a rump of venison here. This is red deer venison. Got a rump here. Again, I want you to get the flavour of the meat, and this is how simple I need you to do it if you get to do it at home. This is Robert Hawker venison, and that's, again, sea salt, olive oil. I've let it out of the packet to aerate, really absorb all that juicy saltness and the olive oil and the rosemary there. We've got a great fillet here, absolutely, just a lovely bit of meat. It's fantastic. And now we've got a new addition from Robert Hawker, and this is a venison T-bone. I mean, again, this is why I love it. There's hardly any, in fact, there's no fat on it, just a tiny bit of marbling there. And we're going to put that again on the open fire down there, and slice it up. I'm going to try the different flavours of each meat, from the T-bone to the fillet to the rump. And then lastly, I've got, again, a beautiful breast here, Beech Ridge Farm. This is duck, great, thick, good layer of fat. And what I'm serving actually all this gamey meat with is Logan berries. Logan berries are a bit bitter than raspberries. I put some local blackdown honey in there. I'm literally going to heat that up over the fire, get some of the smoky smell, blitz it, and I'm going to serve that with all four meats here, with some tomatoes, with a bit of truffle salt on, and again, some potatoes. But I just really want you to taste and get the sensation of the red meat, the Logan berries, and the actual main product itself, rather than all the gastro I was talking about earlier. So we've got, you know, everything in this little outside setup I have here. These are fantastic Spanish, from Seville, Spanish clay pots that they do a lot of their dishes in. They would cook, you know, a lot of their pork dishes, actually pork ribs in here with black pudding, and literally do what I'm about to do, put it over a fire. So what I've done here, I've just made a little fire, really simply out of some ash, which when it's dried out burns really well. I've got some good local Coombe Flory charcoal, I think this is. This is how simple it is. Fish straight on top. Once we brought that up to the heat, I'm going to move some of the coals to the side, bring the heat down and literally cook that for about 10 minutes. See how the smoke's coming right through into the clay pot? That's going to give a wonderful, wonderful smoky taste with great extra virgin olive oil and salt and lemon, as I said. And that's all you need. That's all you need. You know when it's cooked because all the eyes go white. Once you see the skin slightly flaking or breaking away from the actual meaty flesh there. So what's going to happen now, I'm just going to let some of that steam cook off. I'm going to take them off and let them rest for about 4 or 5 minutes. And then you'll see me plate it up in a sec. So while the little fishies in the little dishes, when the boat sails in, are just there, sizzling away. That's exactly how I want it. And as I said here, this is a bit of a chefy thing. Anyone can do this. You get some potatoes. Just gonna put these, dash them around like that, like so. A couple of tomatoes. A couple of capers just on top, bit of decoration. Tiny bit of Cornish sea salt. And there you have you. Let's get one of these beautiful, beautiful little princes of the sea, I call them. And there you go. You have my lovely mackerel with a parsley sauce, some new potatoes and some tomatoes. Great starter, absolutely delish. So we have here, we have our game platter, venison and duck today. We saw Robert Hawker venisons earlier. Really looking forward to trying this T-bone, I can't wait. We've got the fillet and then the rump and obviously the beautiful duck that I've been banging on about. I mean, that breast is seriously juicy. I just raised it up slightly on some rocks, getting that so my hand can go over it for about 10 seconds. So what I've done now is I've taken the meat off. You can see that it's still nice and tender in there. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful slices. I'm just doing this to show you each cut of meat, really. And then we've got the duck here, and I'm going to make a game platter. So I'm just going to basically chop it up and plate it up, and then let's get trying. So you got here, you got the fillet of the venison, you got the rump of venison, you got the T-bone of venison, and you got the beautiful duck with that just that great golden colour of fat. You got the loganberry sauce, some good olive oil, some salt, and literally have a side plate of new potatoes, so maybe some grilled broccoli, all outside on the fire, and sit down and enjoy. Bit of a meat feast, and definitely have that with a really good claret. Try a bit of the duck.
This is why I come to the countryside. And more delicious than anything. You'd have to go to like the top deli in London, and even then it wouldn't be as fresh because this is just from around the corner. On the loganberry, it's like raspberry, but it's sharper. There you go, Dr. Atkins.
And there you go, what makes me so happy about this dish, that it has come straight from behind us onto this board and into our bellies with all fat in it.
Unlike our belly.
Yeah. Time for a pint, hey Tom? Yes. We are the Wild Bastards.
Except no substitutes.